Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you how to make an user form in MS Excel using VBA code. In this user form, an person will type in their details and these details will be stored in a database or a sheet in Excel. So let's go right into the video. But before we go, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe our channel. So before we make our form, first we need to make the database sheet in which our details filled in the form should be stored. For that, I'll rename the sheet as database. And now I'm going to add the headers for my database. In my case, the headers will be employee ID, name, age, gender, department, phone number, and email. Now we'll just format the database. Add bold, increase the size and format autofit column width. After that, in a new sheet, we are going to add our department types. This will be useful when we are making our user form. For that, I'll type in my department types. My departments will be human rights, customer service, IT, finance, sales, marketing, operations. Now we are going to define a name for this range. For that, we'll select our range, left click, go to define name, and we'll give a name as department and click on OK. So when we select this range, it will show as department. After creating the department types and our database sheet, now we are going to create the user form. For that, we'll left click here and go to view code. You'll get an interface like this. Here, go to insert and click on user form. Drag the user form to extend it. And now here we can make our form. First, I'm going to add a text label as the header, and in the properties tab I'm going to name it as header. For the caption, I'll give user form, and the font I'll change the font style bold, and the size will be 910. Here also I'll change the font type, and the height, or we'll increase the height to 22. This is correct. And now for the back color, I'll select dark blue, and for the font color, I'll select white, and the alignment I'll set as center. What I'll do is I'll increase the size a bit, and now I'm going to add two frame boxes, one a big one and the other is small. One, two. For the first frame, I'll set as details, and the caption will be Nothing. I'll just keep it as empty. And for the second frame, I'll set the name as buttons, and for the caption, empty. If we run our code, you can see our form. Now what we'll do is, in this big frame, I'm going to add the labels and the text box in which we can fill the details. For that, I'll change the caption 1 minute. Here, for text box, the name should not contain any space or any symbols. But for the caption, you can add the spaces and symbols such as comma, inverted commas, etc. After that, I'll increase the size. 14. Okay. Alignment I'll set to right. And now I'll just copy paste this text label a few times so that it will be easy for us. I'll just check one more here, adjust a bit. Okay. And now uh, three more times. After adjusting our labels, we'll just change the caption in each label. Age, gender, and department, phone number also, and also email. We'll change the labels also. Email. And for the phone number, I'll decrease the font size so that it will be visible. I'll just increase one time and increase the width also. Yeah. Change the label name and here and gender. And now after adding our labels, we are going to add the text box in which the details can be filled. For that, I'll select the text box and I'll just insert it here, and I'll rename it as, for employee ID, EMPB, and the special effect will be flat, and I'll just copy paste this for the remaining also. For the name, and change it to NB, name box. For what if I'll change the back color to light grayish so that it will be visible. 1 minute. So now the text box can be visible, or else We can do that for the back color, light light gray, and outer one as to white. Here we'll change these also to white, and now I'll decrease the width of the edge box and change the name to AB. We'll do that for phone number PB, and last email one EB. Coming to the department, I'm going to add a combo box. For that, I'll select the combo box here. I'm going to drag it here, and the special effect I'll set to flat, and I'll change this combo box to department. And now in the row source, earlier we have given the department types a range name, that is department. So in row source we are going to type that range name. One second. Or okay, what I'll do is I'll just copy paste this range name so that will not make any mistake other. Okay, department. I'll just copy this, and in the row source I'm going to paste it here. And now if we run our code, run our form, we can see that the department types are coming as a drop down list in the combo box. And coming to age, I'm going to add a spin button, set the orientation to vertical, okay, and rename it as age spin. Sorry, spin. And now if the spin button is selected, means the up arrow or down arrow is selected, it should show the increase and decrease in number in the age text box. For that, in the spin button code, I am going to type AB, that is the age box value, equal to the spin button value. Now if we run, as you can see, if I'm clicking the up arrow, the number is increasing in the text box, and if I'm decreasing, the number is decreasing in the text box. Now for the gender, I'm going to add two option buttons which will be male and female. One second. Option button 1. Just set the height and change this name as male. The caption will be a male. And now I'll just decrease the font size to 9. Decrease the width, and now I'll just copy paste this and change it to female. I'll change the option button name to female, and also the caption. I'll increase the width a bit. And now, after completing this, we are going to add the command buttons, which will be submit, reset, and cancel. For that, in the toolbox, I'm going to select one command button. I'll just copy this command button, paste it, and align it. After this, for the first command button, I'll set the name as submit, so as the caption will be submit, and the back color will be dark green. The font color will be white. One second. White. Same for a reset. I'll set the name as reset. The caption will be reset. The back color will be dark orange. Font color will be white. For the cancel, caption also cancel. Back color will be dark red, and the font color will be white. After adding our buttons, now we have to give the code to the submit, reset, and cancel button. For that, first we'll go to the submit button, go to view code, and here we'll type in the code sheet 1, which will be our database sheet 1 dot activate. And now here we have two cases. One, if this is our first entry, means it should go to A2, B2, C2, so on till G2. But if it's our second, third, fourth, and so on entries, it should take the last entered row and the new detail should come to the next row. For that, I'm going to add an if condition. If range A2 is empty, then range A2 dot value. Here first, for employee ID, it's in the column A, and for name it's B, age C, and so on, email G. So here in place of A, you have to add the column number and the name which you have given to the text box. For suppose A2 means the employee ID value should be equal to empb dot value. This empb is the employee ID text box. Here in place of name it's showing empb. For a name it's mb, and the name in my database is B column. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this and paste it a few times, and I'll change the column to B2 and also the text box value to NB. So what the information typed in the name will go to the B2 cell after clicking the submit button. And for C2 it will be the age text box AB, and for the department it's E, and the text box, the combo box is department dot value. For phone number, it's PB, and for email, it's EB. Coming to the gender, here we have given two option buttons in which one should be selected. So I'll type if the male option button dot value is equal true, equal to true, then the range D2, which will be the gender column, should be equal to male. Else if female dot value is true, then range D2 should be equal to female. Now here we are adding else condition for the first if range A2. For that I am adding an else condition, means this can be the second, third, fourth entries. For that, range A1 dot end. Here we are adding one more condition, that is end excel down dot offset row 1 column 0 dot value should be equal to the empb dot value, which will be the employee id text box. So I'll just copy paste this a few times, and same as above, we should change the column and the text box. See, each box, and E will be the department combo department, and F will be the phone number, and G will be the email box. And same as above, again we are going to add the if condition, but here in place of D2 we should change to D1. After that, here end if, the if condition will be end here, and after clicking on submit, the form should close automatically. For that, we are typing a code unload me. Now we'll just run this code and see if it's working or not. Employee ID 1001, Raju, age 30, department IT, phone number and email. And if we click on submit, as you can see, the entry has been made here. So here, as it's the first entry, it's going to take the first condition, that will be this condition. If we are making another entry, for suppose 1002 Satish, age will be 25, and email will be, and if we click on submit, it took the last entered row, which will be the second row, and the new data has been entered in the next row, that is the third row. Here it's using the else condition. This condition it is using for the second, third, fourth entries. Now we'll go to the cancel button code. As the cancel button code is to close the form, we are going to type in unload me. This closes the form automatically when click the cancel button. And for the reset button, we'll type in empb, the employee id text box dot value should be empty. The name box dot value should be empty. The each box dot value should be empty. The department combo box dot value should be empty, and the phone number box value should be empty, and email and the mail option button value also empty. The female option button value should be empty. So if we run our code and type in some details, and if we click on reset, as you can see all the text box have been resetted, means its values have deleted. If we click on cancel, it closed the form. Now the form is completed, but every time if we need to add any new details, again we have to go to the VBA code, again we have to click on run, and then we have to enter. It's a long process. For that we'll go to for that we'll add an command button in developer. Go to insert, select the command button and just add it here. Left click, go to properties and change this name to fill, and for the caption I'll type as add user. Change the back color to peacock and the font style font style and the height of the button also. And now for the code, go to view code and here we'll type user form, which will the form dot show, and close this. Now whenever we select the form button, it will open the user form. Here in the code I've just made some error. Here I didn't add the end x1 down and the offset. So here when I'm making the second entry, the gender row, the gender cell is empty. So what I'll do is I'll just type in here equal to, I'll just paste it, and now we'll just run it one more time. What I'll do is I'll type in here mail, and now we'll add one more user. 1003 will be Rajesh, and rajesh@gmail.com. Now the gender cell also changed. Here I'll change to gender. Some mistake came. Okay. You can also make in a new sheet, you can add some boxes. Go to insert illustration shapes and you can add a rectangle box like this. Set the height and the 1 minute, and now you can add here two more command buttons. Here go to insert, select the command button, add one command button and one more command button. what I'll do is, for the second command button, I'll just take this copy and paste, and for the rectangle I'll change the shape fill to like gray and the outline no outline. And now for the second command button, 1 minute, go to properties and name it as database. Here if this command button is selected, then it should go to the database tab. Open database. Change the black color to dark violet and the font color to white. 1 minute. And the font also will change it. Bold and 14. Okay. Now we'll go to the code of the open database one. We will type in sheet 1, which will be our database sheet dot activate, and I will close this. Go here, and if we click on the open database, it is directly linking to the database sheet. For the add user also, I'll add the code UserForm1 dot show. Close the editor, and now if we click on add user, it will show our form. Now I'll add one more shape for the header, and you can format this in your way. I'll type it as user database. Increase the font size, bold, and the fill color will be dark blue, and the alignment middle. Just copy paste this text box to add the description here. Decrease the font size, and we'll add the description. And also we'll change this color to dark gray, and the text will be dark blue. 1 minute. Dark blue, and the borders, 1 minute, borders will be no outline. So this completes our user database. I'll hide the department types sheet. I'll move this here, change it to intro page, and now whenever we select open database, it will directly link to the database sheet. Again, if we click on add user, here you can add the details of a new user, and you can submit it, and this will store in our database sheet. I hope you like this database form or the user form. If so, then like the video, share it, and don't forget to subscribe our channel.